Alexander, grant me patience. What?
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
You better stop before you hurt yourself. All will, but no result. There you have it, see? The collar's function. It's for your own peace of mind, of course.
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic.
Good
I'll need
gods!
to write to headquarters right
There's been a
away.
murder here.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass. Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow.
You surprised? You're one of them. You know what sorcerers are capable of? Whoever did this found a way around their collar and killed a man. Small ones this time, thank the gods. We'll find out who did it, one way or another.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, there wouldn't be a Magister. It looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. And listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Think about it. It's one of you who got killed, not one of us. We want to find who's your real enemy here. You let me know if you hear anything. It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow. That can't be natural. So, anything in... No marks, no indications of a struggle. No lesions, no trauma. He was bled by magic. No lesions, no trauma. He was bled by magic.
Sing us a song, I know you can.
I forgot how to sing. I did. Ah, there you are, wife. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this loser woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly, deathly allergical. How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refused— What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good at—
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? Like yourself, maybe. I don't mind the kiddies, usually. Nope, trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down as quickly as they came. The clouds clear.
Good luck, Chief.
Do you know Losa? She's a
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knee. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't—
Listen up, Ghetto. You hear that?
Your kind always hung closest to our divide, like the wolves around a campfire.
His eyes snap open. He looks at you.
Murder? Ah, that's what they were going on and on about. I wouldn't know anything. I kill a man. He knows who done.
His eyes flutter shut. And
Whether they catch me is another matter. But I ain't one to hide my accomplishment. The ship, of course.
a wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash,
And?
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right. I always knew you'd turn out rotten red nest.
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger. It's
He cocks his ear to the other side. Then,
anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close. There now, just like that. Aha!
his eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back.
There, you heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, kiddo. Good news. It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Burn my beard. That means if we'd been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
Captain, actually. And that figure tells me we're getting close to the Joy. Close to what lies beyond it, too.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank ye kindly, kiddo.
What's your name?
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile.
Gods, didn't your mother teach you any manners?
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
My, we are fierce, aren't we? Not to worry. I'll soon remedy that. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us would kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure
And of course, a cook who can't taste is about as useful as a dog in a chess game. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic. A bag. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. Just as I thought. That explains what's besieging my... So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions... As per your own testimony, you have the taste buds of a dung beetle, the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit, and your personal hygiene reminds one of a carcass rotting in the sun. That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry. You should probably come to terms with the fact that you've half a mind, full stop. You'll never still. Hone your skills, and one day you may just qualify for a position in a lesser household than...
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer fare than boiled roots and rotten tubers, too. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very...
Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
Keep those dogs trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
That's enough.
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take your sub-story somewhere.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guard.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate... Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from...
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
That's enough.
never dined on anything less than a dozen course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Name? Well, you aren't here on my list. Scrammy. We're trying to catch a killer here.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on. I assure you, and you shut up.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen. No, please don't come begging me. I told you. You can't...
If you'll be pardoning me, I'll be much
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out and examines your bandages, rubbing them between his fingers.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
What purpose did that serve? Was that a greeting? Was it... Oh dear. I seem to have crossed... You have my sincere apology. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once. Ah, yes. My name is Fane. I am a scholar. It is pleasurable to meet you. Hardly. I've been reading this one for several minutes, and I have yet to find a single insight into the mystery. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in... No. I want to know about the Celestial. This text tells me that they created all creatures. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have... Now please, run along. I have a world to...
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eye.
Prepare yourself.
Good gods!
A young behind the Magister,
There's been a war. Aren't you? Go ahead.
Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he already here? Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky.
She looks up.
You're one of the only indisputably innocent I thought as. Listen, bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold. Not in here, you let me know if you...
What a well of knowledge this tome is. Dallas is such a dear lending it to me. enough.
Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he already here? Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he already here?
Good gods!
Behind the Magister, a blood...
There's been a... Go ahead.
No marks, no indications of a struggle. Ugly sight, isn't Burns finned it? Well, you're not lit. So, anything interesting, I'll take. No marks, no indications of a struggle. Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he already here?